Okay, Liz. So you're a paralegal at our firm, and normally when you come to work, we don't put a camera on you and film you. But we wanted to take a minute to put you on camera today and give your clients a chance to get to know a little bit more about you. Can we start at the top? Tell me about where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
So I'm from Mexico. I was born in Morelia, Michoacan, and we moved here when I was 11 years old.
So you moved to St. George when you were 11, or the United States, or both?
St. George.
Okay. And what prompted St. George? Why St. George?
My dad had already lived here for a little bit before we moved here with him.
Gotcha. Okay. What about siblings?
I have a brother and a sister.
Okay. And did you all move here together then when you were 11?
Just my sister and I, and my brother was born here.
Okay. Yeah. What was that like growing up as a child in Mexico prior to moving here?
It was very difficult, especially because I didn't speak any English. My first language was just Spanish, so school was very difficult. I didn't understand anything, but I still did it.
Meaning, like when you got here,
yeah,
like that transition was really tough.
It was really tough.
How long did it take before you felt comfortable with the language and culture, et cetera? I mean, getting adapted to that.
Probably when I was in high school.
Yeah. That's a while.
Yes.
That would be really tough.
Yes. I did learn English on my first year in sixth grade. And then I could understand it, but I couldn't speak it very well because I wasn't confident enough.
Okay. How old was your sister when you moved here?
She was in middle school. So she was like 3 years older.
Did she pick up the language as quickly as you did? I mean,
she did not. It actually took her a little longer.
Okay. I've heard that it's easier to learn new languages when you're younger.
Yes.
Okay. So what was that like then going through middle school and high school here, adapting to a new language and a new culture?
It was really hard. I don't even know how I made it through.
But you did.
Yes. What? I did have ESL teacher, English as a second language teacher, and she taught me a lot of the English. She didn't speak any Spanish, but she still taught me English.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. What high school did you go to?
Snow Canyon High School.
Okay. Yes. Well, tell me about after that. What did you do after high school?
So I actually did graduated early from high school, a year early. And then I started Dixie College. After that, got my associate's degree, and then I went back to Utah Tech.
Okay.
Yes.
And what jobs did you have coming out? Because you've only been with us for not all that long. So you've worked, I imagine a variety of other places. Tell me about that. What other jobs have you had?
So I actually like stability a lot. So I don't switch jobs very often.
Okay.
So my first job was definitely a restaurant. So I did everything from kitchen to just serving. So everything, cleaning, everything.
Yeah.
And then I was in retail for 3 years. And then I did a financial institution for 15 years. And then I decided I needed a change. And that's when I heard about the position at McMullin Injury Law.
Wow. So you've had about 20 years of work experience between, 3 other industries before coming here.
Right.
And you've been at McMullin Injury Law for how long?
Almost 2 years.
Okay. How's that transition been?
It's actually it was pretty easy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. So you felt like you took to it quick.
Yes.
Okay. So you've been doing this for 2 years. Tell me about what does it mean to be a personal injury paralegal?
To me, it means just to help others. It really just help them through the process, help them, get the medical treatment they need, and just talk to the insurances for them. Okay.
What are like the issues that you're primarily in charge of helping these clients through as opposed to, say, the attorney helping them through? Like what issues do you deal with every day with those insurance companies, or what issues are clients asking you about? Give us some insight to that.
So a lot of issues are with probably, I would say, property damage. So getting their car repairs, getting a rental car, just getting the top dollar value for their vehicle if it's a total loss. I think those are really hard issues that we have to, deal with insurances. Sometimes they just, they take forever to do their research and to see if they're going to accept liability or not. So just going through all that and helping the clients out with that. That's
okay. When you're dealing with like a property damage issue, how many times is normal for you to have to call or email an insurance company from like the start of opening a case until getting property damage done? Is that done in one call, or how many does that take?
Goodness, no, just to probably get it all started, it takes a couple calls. But I would probably say 3 to 4 calls a day sometimes, just to get that rental going, get, if the vehicle needs to be towed to an auto shop. So I'm going to have to say a lot.
Yeah. Like, give me a guess. So 3 or 4 a day for what? Like every day for a couple weeks? Is that typical?
Probably a couple weeks. If it's going to be, a repair, it does take a little longer. So we do need to call the shop and the insurance, make sure all the repairs are going well.
Yeah.
So it could take a little longer, probably up to like maybe 4 weeks, just depending on how the auto shop can get the parts and all that stuff.
Yeah. I think a lot of times people don't realize how much effort goes into that as far as trying to get things done right and get them done quickly. I mean, you're communicating with insurance adjusters 20 plus times over the course of a few weeks to get that stuff handled. And it can be a headache. What are the things about the job that give you a headache? What are the hard stressors about being a personal injury paralegal?
Well, I will definitely have to say property damage. So dealing with all the repairs and all that stuff. And definitely health insurances. Sometimes we're just trying to get, finals from them, like a final amount that they pay towards, the client treatment, and it just takes them forever.
So explain that to me. Why would you want a final? What's a final?
So a final is just when, if your health insurance has paid for some of your treatment during the time from the day of the accident, we need to reimburse that money back. And so we have to, once we get a settlement, we have to get the final payoff to the health insurance so we don't owe them anything.
Yeah. So that, I think people also don't realize that there's a bunch of payers that you can use in the short term to get medical care covered. But at the end, when we get a settlement from the at-fault insurance, everybody that helped along the way gets their money back. I think that's a foreign concept a lot of times for people. So health insurances can be slow to process things and get you finals. Mm-hmm. What are things about being a personal injury paralegal that you like?
I love helping everyone.
Okay. Helping everyone.
Yes. And I say everyone just because I don't see our clients like a client. I actually see them like a friend. I actually probably talk more to them than my actual family. So I almost see them like family too. Yeah.
Yeah. During the course of a case, so give us an insight as to why it is that you get to know these people so well. So how long does a personal injury case take on average from the time that somebody's in a crash, let's say, until we're handing them a settlement check and having their bills paid and having everything final? What's that timeline like?
So it's a very, we don't really have a time frame just because it depends on the injuries and how long it takes them to get better.
Yeah.
So I would say anywhere from like 8 months to 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Depending. Yes.
So during that time, you're in frequent contact with these clients.
Right.
And so you get to know them pretty well. Is there a client that comes to mind that you could give us an example of, somebody that you were able to help that you felt like meant a lot to you?
So actually, yes, I do have a lot, but I do have one younger kid. He was going to college, and he was driving his electric scooter, and it was like against a truck. So he just got hit by a truck. He was really injured. I couldn't talk to him, so I had to talk to the parents because his jaw was wired. And so it was really difficult, just to hear about all his injuries and everything that he had to go through.
Yeah, I bet. Is that case ongoing, or were we able to get it resolved?
We actually got it resolved within a year.
Awesome.
So it was amazing.
Give us an idea of what's a case like that worth as far as how an insurance settlement wise. How did that work out?
So we did. It does. I mean, it was worth quite a bit. It was $650,000 that we got for him, which it was awesome because we were able to just, he can just continue his life and go back to college, and hopefully that will help him out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe now he can get a car.
yeah, not be on this scooter. So that's obviously that's an obscene amount of money.
Yes.
So help us understand. So why would somebody get that much money? What is that money for?
So a lot of the money did cover for all his injuries. It covered all the medical providers. As we talked about, it paid a lot of the his health insurance back, and then it did cover the attorney fees and other fees that come along getting medical records and police reports, body camera, all that stuff, and then the rest goes to him. Yeah,
for like the impact on his life, right? For
Correct.
Pain and suffering, I imagine is the biggest chunk of that. I mean, even if medical bills are $200,000, that still leaves, several $100,000 to pay for the human impact that put on his life.
Right. And he did lose a whole half a year of his college that was already paid for. So, that kind of just helps him to get back on track. And, you don't get that time back anymore.
Yeah.
But at least this will help him.
Yeah, and you might get a lot of electric scooters, but you only get one jaw, and it's supposed to last you your life, and his got messed up, probably to some effect permanently. But what about, so obviously you're bilingual, your first language was Spanish, right? So what exposure, I know you have clients that are Spanish speaking.
Right.
How has that been an asset to you to be able to help these people? Because as somebody outside that community, like it seems a bit underserved to me. I feel like a lot of times people that speak Spanish as their primary language are maybe even more hesitant to contact an attorney than even the rest of us in St. George, and all of us are pretty hesitant to call an attorney after a crash. It's usually not our first thought. You have any thoughts on that?
So actually, it does help a lot. I try to explain to them how it works. Sometimes they think that hiring an attorney is going to, they're going to sue the other person. And so it's good that I speak Spanish so I can explain to them, like, no, this is just insurance. This is not going to go against them or anything like that. You're not, it's just insurance only. And it helps them to be able to speak in their own language. A lot of the times when you have to set up a claim, you don't speak their language, or there's not someone in Spanish that can help you. So helping them set up the claims, and sometimes even talk to the medical providers to translate, that always helps them, and so they feel taken care of. Yeah, makes
sense. Is there anything else that you would want people to know about you or about being a personal injury paralegal that would help get a picture of what you do at the firm?
Well, I just like to help, and if we can help, if I can help in any way possible, I'm happy to do so. It's just something that I've always liked, and I love customer service. So I'll definitely take care of you.
Awesome. Okay. Thanks for getting on camera for us.
Thank you.